That sounds outstanding, thank you.
We're having breakfast at Coco's
Okay,
place.
gotcha.
I'm going to have a muffin instead of toast, okay?
What kind of muffin for you?
What kind do you have?
We have honey bun, carrot, apple, banana, or blueberry.
You gonna change yours or what?
Carrot, apple?
You gonna change?
Yeah, just that.
All right,
Oh.
thank you.
Instead of pancakes,
That's
huh?
Pam with Ashley.
Oh.
Yeah, when she went back there for the graduation.
This is the picture of
So
Pam
close,
and
yeah. It's
Ashley,
wonderful.
Yeah.
her granddaughter, Jerry's granddaughter.
She was going to be
She's in the Navy.
She joined the
now.
Navy for
Here's Mama and Jerry and Richard. They're having breakfast at Coco's place.
She tested to be. She was really surprised.
Today
She
is
thought she'd be computers or something.
August 30th, 2000.
she was there, I guess, for
We haven't seen Jerry for 5 years.
No, we're down in the villas for 2 nights.
Yeah. This is in Sun City.
Very nice.
Well, enjoy your visit.
They have very good lunch here, you know.
Oh,
That's what they say.
we haven't.
We're going to have lunch here too. Before we leave.
This is Sun City Palm Desert. Mama's looking at the kitchen right now in one of the units. It has a guest house.
Yeah, I like the kitchen, the size of the kitchen.
The time is 11:32. Okay, that's the first house.
Now, let's go take a look at the bedrooms.
This
Hey,
is
look, they have the whirlpool.
this is a small study of the living room.
All the bookshelves.
The bookshelf you have. So if you buy this one, you have to buy another one in
One
a
for
cooler,
me, one for you.
cooler place. This is a master suite. This unit has a guest house. Inside has a bedroom and this is Tangier. This one is a little bit bigger than the one we just looked at. This one has a dining room and a living room.
Oh, it has a big dining room.
What is a bigger house? King size bed. And the shower. And there's the other bedroom, which is kind of small. Small bedroom. And small bathtub. Small bathtub here. This
This is only 1757 square feet.
this is the second one.
Yeah. And here, Monaco, 21.
Yes. This is Monaco.
Oh, there's family room.
This one has a family room, Mom says. A big backyard. This is a bigger bedroom also. Bedroom's bigger, this one, a little bit bigger. Another bedroom.
So if we go in with a close air support facility, we're dependent on the Army to provide us
over there too.
seed.
The school was established back in about 1950, around there, and that was with the to pick up the lessons learned in World War II and prior to that, so that as we went into people that bring train loads of heavy equipment comes through. Fort Irwin is armor v. armor. It's the heavy mechanized, the armor forces that are out there employing. It's logistically intensive in terms of getting the guys out there and doing the training. We use it for debriefing on the pilots. When they come back, they debrief using the AWMDS. They debrief their missions out there working with the TACP. Then we get VTC and AWMDS with the Air Force guys on the ground out at Irwin. They're deployed in. The pilots and the ground controllers they're working with actually do a VTC debrief back and forth between the battles. Over here, they've got them, they start popping up back here in the back to work their way forward as if they're being attacked by a red armor force coming through. And then blue is using their direct fire weapons, their tanks, they're using their artillery from the back, and they're also calling area on those targets as they pop up try to defeat their attack. I'm not sure I'm running this right. Anyway, this is a picture going through there to assess whether or not it was a kill or not. They're talking to the observer controller on the ground down at Port Irwin. At the same time, they have a control facility down there. They tell them that vehicle number, whatever, is a kill or destroyed. Those guys pass that on to the Army, or they may actually be the Army down there they're talking to. And they'll set off the lights and smoke on that vehicle, and that vehicle is taken out of the with. It's down at Fort Polk, Louisiana. It's much different than Port Irwin, California. There is no sand out there, it's all trees. Forested area, much denser in terms of vegetation. The exercise itself is not the high intensity sport. When we go into red flag exercise, they focus on primarily the counter air and the interdiction, and sometimes the strategic attack. Rarely, but sometimes they put close air support in it. Okay, different areas of the spectrum that we're working out there. We're doing them up, they send a request up the net for close air support. What we want is close proximity to friendly forces, and it requires detailed integration with the friendly forces scheme of maneuver. The way it works normally is you have a tactical air control party. That may be enlisted, it may be an officer on the ground. These TOCs that are working out there for us, with the RJs, the Joint Stars, the E8s that are out there, the ABCCC that we're normally working through in conjunction with the ASOC as we come through there, and the Air Operations Center, wherever that may be, set up as they work through there. There's a lot more assets that are integrated or required in terms of not just GPS, which they all use quite a bit, okay, but some of the other queuing, both in visual electronic queuing that we get out there and find locating the target, fixing the target, and then with them, what we're learning goes into their textbook. What they learn out there comes into our textbooks over here in terms of how we do stuff out there. We also integrate with the Joint Marine out there, and the battle labs going on the entire Air Force or the entire Joint world that does close air support out there. And hopefully we're training them the right way.
Sure that the cops do their job and the toilets flush and the fire department. You got the briefing from Colonel Easy Rider, and I'd like to publicly thank him and give him a round of applause. Our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, cousins that are over there flying combat missions over in Europe or anywhere in the world.
On behalf of my commander, Colonel Mike Droz, I'd like to welcome you to Nellis. I owe you 2 apologies right off the bat, Colonel. And the other apology is for the fact that well, there's some more buzzwords, and they're all realistic and they're all true, but the Blue 4. For those of you who are not flyers or fighter types by background, Blue 4 is a generic or notional concept, and our job is to make them better. We don't train people, we don't think they already know how to do to make them better. We don't give them introductory academics here, teach them tactics, not too complicated. I want to point out to you that AT is Adversary Tactics Division. Once upon a time, the Air Force had 4 squadrons of aggressor aircraft, 2 here at Nellis, one in the Philippines, and 1 in England. They're all gone. All that's left is one flight of about 10 F-16s and about a dozen of the best fighter pilots in the U.S. Air Force. And they are embedded in the Red Flag organization right now. There are plans afoot in the next year or two, if the money holds up, to have them go back out and become their own. The operations division, where I worked for 4 of the last 5 years, is the heartbeat. It's a transporter to simulate a Soviet-trained force. Why Soviet? Because they were the best threat we ever faced, and nobody stepped up to take their place. And so we benchmarked the Soviet Union as the leading threat force. We used their methodology, their doctrine, their tactics, and their training to model our Red Force training. I'll talk about the red. These funky colors, the lizard blue, the lizard brown, and B-29s here on the nose ramp as aggressor aircraft. Talk more about that in a second. And this is where I expect anyone in here that can correct me to do so if I say something wrong. Stationed in Italy, England and Italy respectively, lost more personnel than make a statement about how many bomber personnel we lost. This was in spite of the fact that one of our primary criterion for effectiveness in air combat found that if an air crew survived their first 10 sorties in combat, that not only did their loss rates go down, the effectiveness went up as well. Occasion here of how much they did, but he hypothesized that they became more effective, and his idea martyr in a safe area. And here are the words that go with that. Red Flag increases experience level through composite force training, conducted in a realistic combined air, ground, and space threat training. This is all those bomber air crews dating back to World War II, through Korea, through Southeast Asia, before we finally addressed the problem. And we feel that Moody Suter's contribution to the combat air forces was such that when he died in 1996 as a retired Air Force colonel, we renamed the Red Flag building in his honor. Should you come back here again for another visit, you'll see that. And this is an annual total for the first year. Okay, that's nice. We have the F-5s up there on the red side with their threat replicators. And here you had a representation of the blue forces of the day, the F-4, the F-105, OV-10, forerunner of AWACS, Constellation. That's the before picture. Here's where we are today. Suffice it to say, we are 25 times larger than we were when we started out 25 years ago. We haven't gone up one time each year, it's just those numbers have coincided here in the year. I said they fly F-16s now. When we can find an available aircraft such as the Mirage 2000 or the Tomcat from the Navy to help us augment our red forces and give the blue forces a different look, we will do that. We've upgraded our ground threat emitters, upgraded our command and control, and made it a much more current threat for the blue forces to train against. And here you see a representation. Suffice it to say is every aircraft in the Air Force inventory now, and not to overlook the space assets contribution. Okay, where we are now, various aircraft that come here, U.S. Air Force, Tornadoes from Germany, and C-130s, the airlift folks come here and practice from the Mobility Command. Although we cling to the prime directive, we advertise ourselves now as a flexible exercise focused on the threat. They tell us what they want to see. They want to see a Korean scenario, we give it to them. They want to see Southwest Asia, we give it to them. They want to see the Balkans, we give them that. With the best of our facilities and our resources, which are considerable, just at the tactical level. And trained Blue 4, and we've added it that way, it just worked out that way. This is the time to tell you, the Red Force usually takes off from Nellis, where we are, flies out to the west, hits their own tanker out here, refuels, and then they set up to defend their motherland, if you will, these areas to the western part of the range, against the invading horde of the Blue Forces, which takes off from Nellis, flies up here to the east side, and may or may not refuel from their own tankers. And in this area, they do what we call marshalling. We employ in large force packages. Everyone has to know what their position is, whether they go first, second, third, and what time they should push on into the range. The first wave of Blue Forces comes out here, usually the air-to-air fighters, to engage the Red Forces, which we call MiGs, generically, to engage the MiGs and try and blow them out of the way, so to speak, and then the jammers will come in. Not to be short with you, but that's all I really know about them. MOAs, military operating areas, they are VFR airspace, and civilian traffic can fly through there. It wouldn't be the smartest thing they ever did, but they're allowed to do it legally. There are a few towns and ranches under here, so we don't do anything dropping bombs or anything to scare those folks or provoke those folks. They're very tolerant of what we do over their heads, and we thank them for that. Bombs, we drop 40 Nellis drops 45% of the Air Force's live munitions here. We also drop the concrete bombs that look like that and just go thud instead of boom, but they fall the same way. We can score them the same way. But we drop real bombs and jam real jammers, but we don't shoot any missiles at anybody. And we will tell them each day in the air tasking order, you're supposed to bomb target 7614, the airfield, and 71 something or other. And we can configure in any way that participants want to see. We can make them look like a Korean airfield. We can make them look like an airfield in the Balkans to some extent, terrain notwithstanding, or flexes and aircraft artillery sites and SAM sites. Having said that, we have both sophisticated and fairly simple targets. The simple targets are pretty much like Legos and building blocks. We just pile them up to look like something. Down the road, go out there and scrape up all the UXOs and all the shrapnel and rebuild those targets that look like something again, like tanks or trucks or whatever. For the more sophisticated targets, vertical development, i.e. buildings. So we build some of those for them. And for those who carry infrared guided missiles or weapons like the Maverick, probably more than you care to know about the funny colored MiGs, F-16s that we call MiGs. We have some real, no kidding, so we built threats here as well. There's an Army support facility in El Paso that every so often brings us an Mi-24 Hind helicopter gunship, an Mi-8 or 17 HIP, and an AN-2 Cold. And these helicopters provide excellent training zones or landing zones. They get harassed by those folks, and they love to hate it. It's great training for them. It's annoying that they get that kind of attention, but that's what they come here for. What's this one, sir? I believe 12 to 14 combat loaded troops. The North Koreans have in excess of 200 of these, and each can carry a squad of North Korean Special Operations troops that they would use if they were ever stupid enough to attack South Korea again, to infiltrate the South Korean peninsula and drop their troops in. And it's a very big concern. It still took them 13 hours to get here from Germany. So you can see how expensive it would be for them to come here very often and how difficult it is. And they don't provide a very long mission duration when they're flying here in the flag. But while they were here, they gave us great training. The pilots are out. And threats are all located up in here. These can be moved around. These are not fixed by any means. We can move them around as we need to, day to day or flag to flag. Down here in the south, in the FAC Alpha Bravo and Fleet Peak Electronic Combat Ranges, and up here in EC West and EC East for 4 on a given day. And then we can put the unmanned threat emitters next to those targets and give the air crews more realism. There are the shoulder-mounted, manually fired SA-7, SA-14 type infrared short-range. Replicate those a little bit by using the Smoky Sam. It's a big bottle rocket. It's not guided. I lied to you when I said we don't shoot any missiles at aircraft. We do set those off in the vicinity of aircraft as they come through, but they're not guided. They're totally harmless. But when one comes by, you're going to go along. The first day of a flag, everyone flies a FAM sortie, familiarization sortie. Take off out of Nellis, nobody's shooting at you, nobody's dropping any bombs. Fly around the range one time, get a feel for all, keep yourself in the range space and come back to Nellis safely. I think I told you when the red flash into your Air Force days, wing DO. His deputy, and it would be a squadron commander type 05, senior 05. But actually, most of what's learned here is learned in the debriefing. Because it happens so fast in the air, you can't take it all in. So, here 15 minutes, when the first aircraft crosses the line, the last one clears out again. Reports all the aircraft movement and weapon system employment, whether it's flying, climbing, diving, shooting, bombing, goes through a telemetry pod, back through a relay, back here, and back to Nellis, here at Nellis, where it's put in a big computer and displayed on a big screen on the right. And here, this is a very poor heroic blue forces from the east to try and teach them a lesson. And the fight's about to begin. We always agree so you can triangulate. 3 cameras on the bomb target, and it gives them a triangulated score almost instantaneously, and we phone the scores back to the red flag building, and they know how effective their bombs were, because it's kind of a shame to fight your way through a target and have your bombs missed. Although we don't emphasize that, we don't pressure them to get their bombs on target, or pressure them to get through the target, drop their bombs, and survive to come back. They can work on their bomb scoring accuracy at home. 8mm Brownie camera glued onto the flare shield, and that was all you ever loudest voice from the debrief. With the start of the 80s, we started putting pods on aircraft. The first systems could only track about 8 at a time, but they were a big step forward. And the aircraft got better too, because the current fighters all have heads-up displays with the pilot looking right through that combining glass, and you see all the aircraft data on a little screen, and it's all being recorded on a video cassette. They come back They pop it in the machine and they can replay their whole mission. It's a nice picture of the F-16, and it's got them right center of the camera. I got I think it's 24 nations now in the last 25 years. This is our McDonald's slide. McDonald's tells you how many billion hamburgers they sold. This is how many thousands of people we've trained. Some of them more than once, I grant you, but number of flags and number of personnel. And there are some of the participants, here or so. Tornadoes, Jaguars. That is an Israeli painted F-15 Strike Eagle. They call theirs the F-15I. Size of red flags, I think these little datas have gotten bigger and bigger as we cut down the number of flags. The flags have expanded in size, which concerns us for safety reasons. Fighters, this many jammers, usually EC aircraft like F-16 CJs or EA-6B Prowlers, and AWACS, a few tankers, a few transporters like C-130s, and a couple of rescue birds. Green flag, which we just concluded here, and probably for the last time, is bigger in this department and has more electronic combat aircraft like Rivet Joint, U-2, J-Stars, etc. Some of you are familiar with those systems. And a few plus-ups down here as well. These numbers for red flag and maple flag are identical. I want to mention maple flag because it's the one red flag a year that's not held here. It's held up in Canada, hosted by the Canadian Air Force with our operational control. It's at Canadian Forces Base Cold Lake, Alberta, which is way north of Calgary and east of Edmonton. It's a great place to be in the summertime, which I think lasts about a week. No, I went up there a couple of years ago, and it's a great advantage. And this is 1% of each of the sister services. Since they retired the EF-111 and we're solely reliant on the EA-6B Prowler as our jamming aircraft now for the U.S. forces, we do have ECR Tornadoes here sometimes. I would say the Navy and Marine Corps slice has probably gotten a little bigger. Down the road a little bit. Here's the typical, we just concluded last year. When I first came here, we had 5 6-week flags a year. It's been whittled away by budget cuts and other things, ops tempo, and we have fewer now. 3 red flags, 1 maple flag, a green flag, and something called Joint Expeditionary Forces Experiment just concluded a couple weeks ago. We have our night flags in the wintertime. Makes sense, the days are short, the nights are long, and the folks who operate like bats and they fly with night vision goggles and drop precision guided munitions at night, that's where they come and get the better part of their training. Then in the summertime, we'll have good old former wing commanders that you two can have a squadron going away photo with your aircraft flying over a vanquished foe. Where are we headed? About the MiGs, probably more than you care to hear about. The F-22 is due next year. We've integrated space assets into Red Flag to a large extent. And this is the Predator unmanned aerial vehicle, RQ-1A Predator. They are based here, not right here at Nellis, but up the road at Indian Springs. We have 2 squadrons of them. And they are an unmanned aerial reconnaissance vehicle. They fly over a target area, they medium altitude, they can stay there for a long time, like 24 hours, and they take real time. Great system we're just beginning to. And the B-2 bomber, and they're coming aboard too. After the Kosovo operation, Allied Force, there was a big meeting called Corona. They have it twice a year, but this one was focused on the lessons learned from Kosovo. All the 4-star generals in the Air Force get together. And they came out with some initiatives for us to integrate into flag exercises. And we are pedaling furiously to try and make all those happen. One is Air Expeditionary Force training. The Air Force is reorganizing into AEFs. And we're trying to align all those training cycles with the flag calendar exercise schedule and make it all fit so the right AEF comes here at the right time. A big challenge. Integration of combat search and rescue. We learned some things from Captain O'Grady and some of the other forces in the world, so people have to come here with their game faces on and know what they're doing, and they get better at it as they go along. This is to show that, again, we don't train just fighter pilots, we train all kinds of folks. These are munitions loaders. Out there in the ramp in the summertime, the temperatures can exceed 130 degrees between the temperature, the reflected heat from the ramp, and the jet blast. It gets very warm out there, and God bless those kids for the job they do. Last slide here is a pitch for the Red Flag 25th anniversary. If you check the Nellis or Red Flag websites, you will see some more information about that. It's coming up here in November at the end of the next flag. And I'm supposed to make a pitch for that. If you all are interested in that, please check the website and give us an email if you want to talk to us about it. Should be a good time. And the last slide there is a picture they're looking down the barrel of the A-10 gun. Ask you if there are any questions I can answer.
Anti-aircraft artillery was shot down more aircraft in Vietnam than any other threat. So we had to bring those threats in here so our pilots could see what we're shooting at.
Success. Knowing where the enemy is and what they are capable of helps ensure our mission is accomplished. Senior Airman David Halverman reports on the adversary threat building at Nellis and its contribution to gathering information about the enemy.
Imagine you're in a B-52, flying over the Iraqi desert. You've trained for years, you've stayed prepared, and you know your enemy. You know your enemy's abilities, equipment, and their limitations. And because of this, you know you can accomplish your mission. Passing on this information about the enemy is the role of the intelligence squadron. At Nellis Air Force Base, the 547th Intelligence Squadron maintains the Air Force's only hands-on adversary threat training facility. This facility offers a first-hand experience to understand the opponent's equipment, operations, and limitations in order to develop tactics to defeat these threats.
It's an experience you can't get anywhere else in the Air Force. There's nothing quite like being in the cockpit of an aircraft or sitting in a tank to get a real understanding of the physical limitations of a piece of equipment and what that adversary has to go through to fire a gun, launch a rocket, or track an aircraft.
The equipment here comes from a variety of sources. Some of it is captured military equipment from certain conflicts, such as Desert Storm or Vietnam. Sometimes equipment is traded with other branches of the military, and some of the equipment is donated, such as small arms from Fort Irwin, California. And when a piece of equipment arrives, such as the AML-90, it is usually refurbished.
So that was actually captured in Desert Storm and brought back to us. And we got 4 maintenance guys in the back, two general purpose mechanics, a special purpose mechanic, and then an auto body guy. When they get involved, when we get new acquisitions, they get involved in redoing the stuff. They actually maintain all this stuff out here. They, wash it down with pressure washers. They restore the stuff when we get a new piece. They keep the tires pumped up, and they're really a very important part of the 547th IS team.
The adversary threat training facility is not a standalone operation. This facility works in conjunction with a lot of other training programs at Nellis, such as Red Flag, Air Warrior, and the Warrior Prep School, to help provide a better understanding of the enemy.
You want to know how important a facility like this is? You need only look at Desert Storm. One of the reasons we did so well in Desert Storm and shutting down the Iraqi Air Force is we knew their weapon systems extremely well. We knew how they operated, we knew their capabilities, we also knew their limitations. And that was absolutely critical in the success the Air Force had in defeating the Iraqi Air Force during the Gulf conflict.
Sun Tzu said, if you know your enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. And with training facilities such as this, the 547th Intelligence Squadron is able to supply information on enemy tactics and ensure the continued success of the United States Air Force. For Ion Nellis, I'm Senior Airman David Helgerman.
The adversary threat facility hosts approximately 15,000 visitors each year, including international allies, all U.S. military services, and distinguished visitors such as yourself.
Very busy. There's equipment outside or the aircraft room there. Take a look at each area real quick.
You want to take a picture here? Here's some tanks. Cruiser mail carrier. A lot of aircraft.
You want your own camera and I'll get mine?
This is a MiG-21. This is a MiG-21, number 84. It's SA-2. SA-2, SA-3. Oh, long time ago. SA-6, SA-3. SA-2 is a real one. Yeah, this side you can see better. This is SA-11. Huh? MiG-21, MiG-21.
Okay, I can take one up there.
Okay. Over there is SA-13. Mom is taking picture of me in front of SA-13. Okay? Here's a helicopter. There's a picture of a helicopter there. Those are airplane models right on the wall. Mama's taking a picture of one of the airplanes. Which one you take?
You want to stand there? I'll take one, but I can only take the top part of it.
Oh. Okay.
I'm recording. There.
Got it?
This is better, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better. Move over this side. Yeah, move this way.
A lot of small guns, old-fashioned one. It's a Stinger. That's the shoulder carry Stinger. That's the old one, Red Eye. Red Eye, also shoulder carry. That's SA-7, man portable. All those are infrared. Infrared seeking. Serves to air. Those are the assault rifles. The top one's AK-47. Bunch of submachine guns. All those are threats. This is the MiG-29. MiG-29, this is. MiG-29, Falcon. This is the other threat aircraft. It doesn't have a nameplate on there. It has a missile underneath, under the belly. Other aircraft. Today is October 3rd, 2000. We came here on October 1st, on Sunday, for a convention, for the Association of Old Crows Convention in Las Vegas. Right now we're taking time off from the convention, come to the new Hotel Palace in Las Vegas. And this is the street of Palace. Since we're going to Palace next month, the new Palace, and Mom decided to come here take a look first. And she is going to take a picture of me here too. Yeah, he did. She took one anyway, took a picture of me with the background of the parking garage. And you didn't get a parking garage? Oh, she just got this L Boulevard. This is the street of Palace with lots of restaurants there. The sign shows where you're going. Self-parking, Bali, and other hotels. Casino, it says. There's some stores on the street of Palace. People eating. Mom says this is a bread store. Okay, but in Palace too. That side is a restaurant. Now the person sitting there is stationary.
Yeah, I see you. You're in the streets of Paris. You're right by the hotel elevator here. Okay. Yeah, we're on our way to the casino.
Here look like a square. Square in Palace. Here's Mama standing under the light. This is still a restaurant and some of the look like stores upstairs. So suddenly we got into an area which there's some slot machines over there. All wide open space. Well, this is called reception. It's a registration area for the Hotel Palace in Las Vegas. On the wall, they have some paintings, like old-fashioned European paintings. A lot of chandeliers in this reception area. One stood there, took a picture of me there. We're still in the palace reception area, the reception desk, and that's where I sit. Took a picture of me there.
Yep. It's the beautiful reception area of the Paris. We were just offered to come back here and stay, but we decided to decline for now. That's right, it won't be as new for sure.
We are outside the palace hotel. This is the arch. Outside the palace hotel now. Outside the reception registration desk. The group goes palace. Behind a tree. Now I'm in front of the trees. I can see this grove. It says Palace. Las Vegas Boulevard. Turn this on. Mom's standing in the shade. We're in front of the Palace Hotel now. Eiffel Tower. Here's the flower, here's the waterfall. With all the naked statues. Mom's over there in the shade, outside Palace Hotel. Here's a water fountain. And Eiffel Tower, as usual. Next month we'll take a real one. This one is in Las Vegas.
tower, the base of the Eiffel Tower. Lots of people here. Yeah, that's the Eiffel Tower. Big waterfall there. It's on. I'm recording. I'm recording. Here's up the street is Battle.
Now we're on this side of the palace. The folks are there. This is under the Eiffel Tower.
It's dwarfed by the Bellagio.
Jockey Club is behind the Bellagio, and right across the street from Palace. Today is October 3rd. The time is 11:20. We are in Las Vegas, in front of Palace Hotel. And we can see the Jockey Club there. We came here October the 1st. We went to we stayed at the Luxor Hotel. Today is October the 3rd, 2000. We are staying at Luxor Hotel. We just come back from a showtime in Paris. This is a talking camel. I took a picture with a talking camel last time. We have been here for 3 days. Tomorrow we're going home. The camel talks. We can talk.
And it's sure a lot brighter inside than the pyramids at home.
Now the camel is still talking. Mama is standing in front of the camel.
I think the scenery here is better than in the desert. They don't smell like the other camels, the real camels either.
No.
They smell a lot better.
This statue is really dark. Well, we are in our room. This is the room. We'll stay here for 3 nights from October 1st to October 4th tomorrow. Today is October the 3rd. Now, Mom says the air conditioning is too high, so she's going to turn it down a little bit. Right now it's October the 3rd, year 2000. We're in our room in Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas. After 3 days, we're ready to go home. Today we went to Harris. Actually, today we went to the convention floor, the Association of Old Crows. Then we had lunch there. Then we went to Fairfield. Fairfield timeshare. After we had lunch in Riviera Hotel.
There's a problem. I want to say something, Jim. Wait a minute. This man's been disparaging my plan with all this.
We are at the 7th floor of the Eastern Tower of the Luxor. Luxor has a pyramid unit, which is older one. This East and West Towers are new ones. And the room's pretty nice. Everything's new. Everything's new, brand new. This is the entrance.
CBS, New York Times has
There's a mirror
states. I think less than
over
people
there.
actually expected. I mean, there was a lot. There was more
There's
concern about the
Mama
year before. But it feels
lying there watching TV right now. Says hi. No, you had a picture taken with Larry King live. It's Larry King. This is Warado. This is the bathroom. It has a big, huge, the mirror which is enlarged the person. It has a light there. The bathroom has both shower and bathtub. There's a bathtub and the shower. And that side is bathtub. Bathtub and the shower. Shower's over there in this corner. And the John, the toilet, is over. Here's the mirror again. This being in the mirror looks real big. Really big. That's a big me inside the mirror. We are in the food court. Today we're on the way up, on the way home. There's a McDonald's in the food court. And another mom's going over there for a minute. We are inside the pyramid. This is next to the food court. This is in the center. Who's hot? And the rooms, upstairs rooms, they can look into this place.
Really noisy.
It's a noisy place. Giant statue. Homes and museum, yes. That's for King Tut. King Tut Homes and Museum. Bunch of statues. King Tutankhamun. The tomb and mausoleum. Right over there.
That's the Luxor IMAX theater right there. Paul's standing in front of it. Coffee. Yeah, obviously we're not going in.
I'm going to walk over this side,
okay? Okay. What's above here? What? Greenery up there. This is by Pharaoh's Theater. There's Tut's Hut. Yes, I see you. You're going to Tut's Hut. They have 5 Asian restaurants in there. Harvest. Oh, it says fine Asian cuisine. I thought it was 5. I guess they only have fine 1, but it's supposed to be good. I am certainly glad that we didn't get a room in the pyramid. We got a room in the east wing instead. There's the second shop, or something like that. Oh, it's a scarab shop. It says you can have your name in ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. That's what that sign says. Yeah, so I'm actually we're on the other side now. Yeah. There's even a Mexican restaurant here. It's called La Salsa.
This is a huge pool area. Mama just walking over here. Now behind us, that's a pyramid. All the hotels, hotel rooms. Outside is blocked, but inside you can look out. Every room, I think. Now the pool area, they have a number of swimming pools. 3 or 4, huh?
Yeah, there's one.
And on this side, we're staying in the tower. So those are newer buildings. Huh? Oh. Lifeguard over there too. There's a lifeguard over there. She's sitting way up there. But she's not dressed up in the swimming suit. She's covered with blankets. Mom just took a picture of me. A good one, she says. Today is October 4th, 2000, year of 2000. Right now it's 9:37 in the morning. 9:37 in the morning. We're on the way home. We've been here for 3 days, since October 1st. Now we were originally scheduled to stay in Holiday Inn, but changed to Luxor, which is a nice surprise for us. Huh? Okay. That's a Mandalay Bay behind us. Well, now the weather is the best. For taking pictures. Yeah, for taking pictures. Well, it's not so hot this way because it's not so sunny. Other side is Mandalay Bay. We haven't been in there yet. And they have willow trees here, amazingly. Because in the desert, normally they don't have willow trees. It needs a lot of water. The pyramid side, and that's the original one. And the 2 towers, north, I think are east and west tower. We were staying in the east tower, 7th floor, room 750. Now very few people right now, but when we first got here on October 1st, it was full. Must be 1,000 people or 500 people. It was full of people, huh, when we first got here.
Hi. We're in the pool area. There's the lifeguard way over there.
Let's walk a little closer to the pool, okay?
Okay. We go. It's a fat one, well-fed pigeon.
Today, right now, is October the 7th, and the time is
Quarter to 11.
It's quarter to 11. It's 10 minutes to 11 in the morning. We are in Dream Lake Resort, and we got here last night from the Pudong Airport. We arrived Pudong Airport about 3:30. It only took us about half hour to get through the custom and immigration. Mr. Chen was waiting for us there, and he took us in a brand new Buick car. And we got to Dream Lake Resort about 3 hours later. So shortly after 7, maybe 7:30. Now this one has 3 stories and 3 bedrooms upstairs, 2 second floor and another 1 third floor. The kitchen is not too well equipped. A lot of water on the floor. The man had to come in to fix that. Nothing in the kitchen right now. There's a dining room, dining room and living room. Dining room has a dining room table and 6 chairs. It has a china cabinet, but nothing's in there, nothing in the cabinet. The unit is equipped with 4 television sets, 1 in living room and 1 in each of the 3 bedrooms. So they do have a lot of furniture in here, although they're pretty plain looking. This is the second floor bedroom, and Ronnie will be using this bedroom. It has a double bed. It has a dresser, television set, and a closed closet. This room is card room. You can play bridge here. We took all the chairs, put in the bedroom. Now this is upstairs bathroom for the two bedroom occupants to use. We're using this bedroom. Second floor, it has a queen size bed and air conditioning units, closet. Mama's looking at Ronnie's bedroom there. Yeah. Now in this room, it also has a TV set and another dresser, and a balcony. Outside is other buildings facing us. Other buildings. So this is the washroom we use. And in general, it's nice and clean. Actually, it's clean, although it leaks the water a little bit. In general, it's nice and clean. Can't duck inside there. Can't duck inside. Now we're walking up to the third floor steps. Now this is the third floor
Bathroom.
bathroom.
Has a shower and
That's the colored fixtures.
a shower and a bathtub.
Shower and bathtub. Although the shower door is all broken.
Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah, so they can't use the shower actually. Because the door cannot be fixed, he says.
Doesn't close, huh?
No, it's broken. The hinge is broken. But that's the color. They may have to use the bathtub like we do. So Mimi and Billy will be staying in this room. Mimi.
Yeah, they have a dressing room here.
Yeah, me and Billy's suite. Now the bedroom is over there.
Yeah. See this one?
So outside the bedroom, there's a little table there. Oh, there's no mirror though. It has a lot of closet space. So this is the bedroom upstairs. And a TV set.
Yeah, TV, shelves.
So it should be alright for them to stay for 3 nights. And a big desk there. Now the TV set and air conditioning.
It's a Soyea TV. Soyea.
Oh. Also they have
The remote control.
hot water in the bottle there.
And they also have,
This is a master bedroom.
we don't want to walk this far up.
Well, we're going to let Ming Ming and Billy. This upstairs, another floor, upstairs balcony. Here's upstairs balcony. You can see the amusement park and the Dream Lake. The lake is right down below. Here's a gate, but you can't go in unless you walk to the front side to buy tickets. Can't duck down below, wonder why. The sun's coming out. The side has a lot of pigeons there in the distant place. This is from our balcony. We're going to stay here for the next 6 days. Although day after tomorrow we'll go to Shanghai to spend 1 night, you know. We are at the Dream Lake Resort. We're going to the Future World Amusement Park, which is next to us on this side. Now we have to go to the front door to buy tickets to get in, but we can come out from this door and go back to our own units through the gate house and go in there where we stay. Now the units here looks quite nice, fairly colorful. But when we stay, the front doesn't look so good. In the back is like this. On the back. In the front is quite plain, gray color. Today is October 8. Right now it's October 8. The time right now is 12:19 on Sunday, October the 8th. Now, on this side you can see the Future World wordings there. Mama's walking over there. This is in front of Future World Amusement Park with a lot of flags. The United States, U.S. flag is in the first one there. This is in front of the Future World. The entrance. Over there is ticket office. Mom's going to take a picture of me in front of Future World. 现在不要。Mom's still adjusting the digital camera. You forgot how, huh? Your battery is run out. Nothing come out. Here's flowers. outside the future world. You want to eat here instead? Now this is in front of future world. And we just had our lunch in a restaurant. Wasn't any good. The food was terrible. The beef was sour. The fried noodle was like a rock. And even the mushroom was sour. Cost us about 55 yuan, which is equivalent to about $7. The front gate. I took a picture of Mom instead. Mom took a picture of me just a while ago. Now she's going to take a picture of me in front of the gate. Come over here. So those little flags is in your way. Now this is the front gate of the future world. She says she has to use another camera. You want me to take a look? It's 40. For grown up, not the seniors, it's not 40, it's 80. Yeah. So you can go in for half price, in other words.
It's the introduction, huh? Oh, it tells you what the prices are and everything when you go in.
All the price for various
attractions inside.
The car is 10 yuan. And little train, mini train is 5 yuan. And all other stuff. 3 yuan, even 1 yuan.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I can always zoom it in, but it takes more battery. I can always zoom in on you. Okay. Yeah, okay. We're just at the entrance of this place. It's too hot, humid, I'm not feeling too well, so I'm not going to go in. Standing in the shade taking pictures of Paul. Actually, it's only 40 yuan for us because we're over 60. It's 80 for adults. Which is 80 is about $10, but 40 is only $5. No, it's pretty empty in there, so we're not going to bother going in. Big house up there on the hill, and there's people walking around. Pretty neat place. And there's the guardhouse. We asked if they would let us in if we came back the other way. They said I better walk over there.
Far away. see the future world from the Dream Lake side. Okay.
Yep.
Now this is close to the unit we're staying outside the Dream Lake unit. And you can still see the buildings inside the future world amusement park. Now here's the genuine willow trees as compared to the one in Las Vegas we had only last week. In the desert, they had willow trees next to the pool. This one is next to the water, the big pond, a small lake. Here's a bridge, walkway, walk in inside the lake, and a bunch of buildings all around the world come from. All around the world. The one in front of us looks like the jade bowl. You're too tired, huh? Oh, there's the amusement park, and this is the unit we're staying in. Unit 23. Now both doors are getting to our unit. And in the back is the rose garden. Now I'm looking where the bus is. I don't see any, right? This is the side garden of ours on the side. And this is rose garden outside our unit. Little rose garden of our unit. In the back of our unit. Inside is a dining room and a living room. Rose garden. Unit 23 on the second road. Dream Lake second group. This is other angle. You can see the rose garden from the backyard. All the way up there to third floor. Actually, the balcony is the fourth floor. 4 stories, but fourth floor is only a balcony. Third floor would be the master suite. We're gonna let Billy and Ming Ming to stay in there. In Hangzhou, Dream